This will be the regular meeting. Call the meeting to order. And first up is the approval of the minutes from October 9th, 2023 regular meeting. Any corrections, additions? Nope. If there's none, we'll go ahead and consider those to be approved. Public hearings tonight, we have two. First one is Greg Lowe, special use permit and site plan 2023-40. Auto repair in the I-1 zoning district and construction of a building at 3000 Lightbourne Court. Justin Fortney, staff report. Justin?
All right, thank you very much. This public hearing is required to consider a special use permit, but we'll also be reviewing the site plan for construction of a new auto repair garage with let me see here, go down to the picture. This is the site location approximately of where the building would be on the 1 acre site off Lightbourne Avenue, which is off 31st Street East. This is the proposed building. It was, let's see if I can get it. The building would have 3 repair bays on the main side, with 2 in the back that wouldn't be used for repair bays right away, possibly in the future, and then another 2 bays at the other end, which would be separated from the main part of the building and leased out. The property is currently owned by the Hastings Economic Development Redevelopment Authority, with an agreement for sale for the proposed use. The site is guided and appropriate for services after review of a special use permit and site plan if construction is necessary. The proposed layout is typical of the industrial park and has similar setbacks to surrounding buildings. There's 14 or 15 parking spaces required based on the number of bays that are being proposed for repair. 18 spaces are shown on the plan, which is appropriate with the 2 western doors that could be used for future repair stalls. The landscaping plan that was originally submitted and in the packet meets the requirements for the perimeter and for the pavement area in the parking lot. The engineering department does not want to see all those trees planted in the 10-foot drainage utility easement on the south side because they said it's part of a low, subtle drainage swale, and it's just not a good practice to have all that those trees there that could potentially block, especially as they mature, drainage. So the applicant has proposed splitting the trees up so they wouldn't be in that area in where the parking lot is, and then where there's really not enough room between the building and the easement line. He's shown wrapping them around a little bit to the side. But if looking out there, there's quite a few trees already on both of the side property lines, with the neighboring properties having trees there. So the site will be pretty well surrounded by trees. Staff is fine with the proposal for the landscaping. For the building materials, on the front of the building, which is on the top here, there's a standing seam metal roof and corrugated metal siding, along with stone wainscoting on the south, or on the bottom part of the building. And then on the corner where the office is, there would be a porch with wrapped columns and hardy board siding, those items would be wrapped around to the side too, facing the north. This is the back part of the building. It's all metal siding and has 2 overhead doors that I had mentioned previously, and it has some windows. This top one is the north side, visible from maybe the cul-de-sac of Lightbourne Court. Again, it has the elements, including stone and the hardy board in the porch and additional couple windows. On the south side, there really wasn't anything proposed. There's just a service door, and then there's just a different colored metal on the bottom. Since I noticed that side would probably be more visible than that north side, and I talked to the applicant about what he could do with that side to increase the appearance of it. And he proposed adding stone to the bottom of the building along with cantilevered awning, metal awning that would look similar to the other awning, but it just wouldn't have any posts. It'd be cantilevered, and then some hardy board siding along the door. And staff thinks that would be appropriate change. These are some pictures of the area. On the left here is just the property line on the south side of the property, and then this picture on the right is kind of like the middle of the property, and you can kind of see to the right. But this next picture is looking right up the property line. I believe this stake is the property corner marker. So there's some trees that are, you can see how this is designed and graded as kind of a drainage swale. These trees are, up a little bit from the center, and the other trees would be proposed along in there. And I'll go back to the site plan. Maybe this aerial picture. Another aspect, so staff is recommending approval of the site plan with the conditions in the staff report. In the special use permit, which requires a public hearing, is for uses that are allowed in the district but do require a special review by the planning commission and council to make sure that they fit into the character of the area without causing any issues. The industrial park was mainly designed for industrial uses, and so if there's any type of principal retail or service uses, they likely would be appropriate, but it was decided that they should have a review to make sure that they wouldn't cause any issues. I think some of the issues that I think they were concerned with was maybe uses that require a lot of traffic or parking or visibility. I wanted to make sure there wasn't like an attraction that has a lot of traffic going back and trying to find the location in the industrial park. We also want to make sure that if there's any storage or anything of that nature, that it'd be screened. This proposal appears to fit well with the area. We've got a couple other auto repair facilities in the industrial park, and it hasn't caused any issues. The only conditions are that there not be any inoperable or expired vehicles stored on the site, just customer vehicles or whatever is inside the building. With that, staff can answer any questions before or after you hold the public hearing. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Justin. We'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Is there anyone here that wishes to speak on this subject? Nope. Zoom? Are we doing Zoom today?
No,
No.
I'm not.
So we're good. Okay. All right, seeing there's no one to speak, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing, and we'll open it to questions from commissioners. Comments? Or a motion? Commissioner Peters.
I'll make a motion to approve the special use permit and the site plan with the conditions that staff had about, in the conditions in the staff report.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve subject to conditions in the staff report. Do I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner LeBron, second. Any new discussion? If none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That motion carries.
city council meeting that this would go to would be November 6th.
Okay, November 6th. Thank you. All right. Next on the agenda is another public hearing. This one is BMMK LLC, special use permit, retail and service in the I-1 zoning district, 1945 East 31st Street. And staff report by Justin.
All right, this special use permit request, moving right down the road. The adjoining property is for a tax and financial service business. It's to be located in the existing 5,100 square foot building formerly used as a dental laboratory and office. The 1 acre site was developed in 2009. The proposed use is allowed again under the same reasoning and requirements that the previous item was. The site layout was designed well for the proposed use and it's situated well. The proposed use is not expected to create a higher traffic volume than the former use or other uses in the area. There's 17 parking spaces required based on the square footage of the building and 20 are present. Notification for this and for that last item was published and sent to property owners within 350 feet of the subject properties, and we did not receive any comments. Staff recommends approval of the special use permit to allow for the tax and financial service business. I'll just show you a couple of, you only have a couple of slides here on this one. This is a front of the building. And this is looking at it from Lightbourne Court. This picture is kind of dated, but it hasn't changed. And again, we'll have a public hearing as required for this, and I can answer any questions also. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Justin. We'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Is there anyone here that wishes to speak? No. All right. We'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Open it up to commissioners. Commissioner Albert.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the special use permit number 2023-43 service use at 1945 31st Street East. Pending all the recommendations of the staff.
Okay. Motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner LeBron, second. Any new discussion? If none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Thank you if you're here for that. All right. Other actions, other business. Justin.
Yeah, at the last city council meeting, they were not able to act on the solar variance for Dakota County because there was only 5 council members present, and most actions that are done by the acting Board of Adjustment and Appeals, like variances and special use permits and those, require 6 of 7 council members to vote affirmative to pass it. So they couldn't take action on that. So that will be scheduled again for the November 6th City Council meeting. As far as business for our next meeting on November 13th, we will keep you updated if anything comes in for that meeting.
Thanks, Justin.
Yep.
Commissioners,
Thank you.
anything else? If not, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Make a
Commissioner
motion
Peters.
to adjourn.
All right, motion to adjourn, second.
I'll
Commissioner
second.
Commissioner Halberg. Any new discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.